Necessity sparks innovation. During the Cold War, the looming threat of nuclear disaster pushed the US and the former Soviet Union into a relentless intelligence race. On August 18, 1960, the United States secretly launched its first spy satellite, an eye in the sky. Named Corona, it set out to map the locations of Soviet nuclear missiles. Corona embodies human innovation under pressure conditions. Well before the digital era, Corona carried a large classic film roll on board. Once fully exposed, the film would parachute back into atmosphere, where a perfectly timed US military plane would snatch it mid-air before Soviets could intercept it. Corona identified all 25 nuclear missile bases worldwide. This was far fewer than feared, so the US had less drive to ramp up its own arsenal. And that made the world a safer place. In essence, Corona kept the Cold War cold. In 2019, it's not nuclear war, but rapid environmental change that calls for innovation once again. Unsustainable land use prevails, deforestation is peaking, and dozens of species go extinct every day. These processes are rooted in much deeper past than what the impressive fleet of digital Earth observation satellites in orbit today can capture. But recent image processing innovation now makes it possible to process this Corona data in order to understand changes that have happened to our environment over half a century ago. Let's take Romania. It's not just my home country, but also home to some of the last truly wild forests in Europe. Well, or at least so we thought. Analyzing Corona data, we learned that in the 1960s, Romania had harvested so much forest that it could fully load 5.3 million trucks. Wrapped around the Earth, bumper to bumper, these would go around the Earth 2.5 times. Forests harvested in the 1960s regrew, but they're very different today from areas that never saw an axe. They harbor less species of plants and animals, and they are more likely to be affected by windstorms or snowstorms. Understanding these historic processes is crucial for making decisions on how to protect our environment so that we can provide a safer place for all those bears and wolves and insects and plants and animals that live in the truly wild forests of Eastern Europe. This story is not unique to Romania. Corona can be used to map changes that have happened all around the globe over half a century ago. Because only with a more complete picture of the Earth in hand and with eyes wide open, we can address one of the world's largest challenges today, safeguarding our environment.